Won't? So you promise you'll tell me when we're going live?
No, we're definitely not online yet.
No, and we're not online on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. You don't think?
Well, I don't know. It's difficult to tell, isn't it?
Well, because I'm eating cheese.
My phone says we might be live.
Well, we might be live. That's not good enough. Tell me if we're live or not.
Well, I don't know. If you can see us and hear us, then please type a comment and hopefully we'll see it. Josh Long says, good afternoon from Florida.
From Florida, Josh! Hello, Josh. Yes, we hear from you often on the podcast. Nice of you to join us from Florida. How lovely.
Tom Bindi B is with us on Twitch.
Excellent.
Tom, I hope you can hear us.
Yeah, just give us some sort of comment if you can hear us, because this is the first time that we've been live on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and so we're hoping that all is going according to plan. So do let us know if you're joining us. Yes, you are on YouTube, says Danny Moy.
Brilliant.
Well, that's working.
We are on...
And are we on Twitch? Is anyone watching on Twitch?
Yes, we're on Twitch.
Now, we know you're there because we can see you commenting.
Brilliant.
Just let us know that we are live.
Let's just check and see if we're on Facebook now. Hello, everybody. This is rather frightening, isn't it, Richard? We haven't done it like this before, so please bear with us.
To the vicar.
Richard, it's too early for that.
Oh, come on.
Anyway, look, we've managed to tune in.
Well done.
And you can see us. It means you've tuned into Fab Live, and we've managed to transmit Fab Live simultaneously across YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter via Periscope, we think.
Yes.
So wherever you're watching from, please let us know.
Yes.
Danny Moy, Doug Morris saying we're on YouTube. That's reassuring. As does Jack Williams. Jamie, do you remember Bob the Builder on site? I don't, but I want to go and look it up now.
Bob the Builder on site.
Ben Page is watching from Virginia. Hello,
Hi,
Ben.
Ben. Welcome from Virginia.
On Facebook, we've got Peter Lithgow.
Excellent. Scott McCleakey says, FAB, you are live on Facebook, so that's great.
Amazing. So look, already in this little list here, California, Munich, Weymouth, Virginia. I know where I want to be right now.
Weymouth.
Oh, absolutely.
Great. Well, listen, thank you, everyone, and welcome. Thanks for joining us for this very special Fab Live, the first one of 2019. And the first time we've been live on quite so many platforms. Now, I know that a few of you have been a little worried about whether we would be continuing on Facebook because of the changes to their algorithms and so on. Jamie, for a little while, you were a bit concerned that no one was going to be seeing us. But we're sticking with it anyway, but you can now watch us across all these different platforms, and you can also get in touch with us via the aforementioned platforms, and we will hopefully see your comments as we go.
Yes, fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed. So welcome to Fab Live. What's Fab Live? Well, it's our opportunity to celebrate and talk about all things Gerry Anderson, from his TV shows to his films and DVD releases and merchandise and everything you want to talk about really in the next hour and a half or so.
Yeah, and we'll do our best to answer your questions and respond to your comments, complaints, jokes.
Jokes are good, yes. Complaints, not so good.
So we're also being joined on Facebook by Chris Dale.
Hi, Chris.
Never heard of him.
No.
Emma Nichols, Rob Cassidy.
Hello.
Hi, James
Rob.
Wordsworth, Mark Simpson, Wedge, who's watching on Facebook and YouTube.
Crazy!
Mark, what's the point?
Crazy cat.
Scott Bickleki says he loves the Thunderbird 5 hoodie that you've got on, Richard.
Ah, do you know? It's rather special, isn't it? I even moved the tassels out the way there. Oh, they're not tassels, are they? Laces.
Well, I don't know what they're called.
Thanks,
anyway,
Scott. Yeah.
Everyone, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it, and hopefully this will all go off without a hitch.
Yeah. So we ought to introduce ourselves, oughtn't we, before we carry on with the show?
I have to say, first of all, I'm so out of practice with this. I've slightly forgotten what to do.
You're a bit of a cold sweat, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, yes. So.
Look, he's done it. He's done it.
This is Richard James.
Hello. Good evening.
You might know him from such productions as Fab Live 1 to 20.
Yeah, and the Gerry Anderson podcast 1 to 34.
Absolutely. Space Precinct.
Oh yes.
Terrahawks.
Jeremy Vile. Yes, that's right.
Awful Auntie. And,
yes.
And Gangster Granny. If you've seen those in the last few years.
Yes, I know some of you have. Yeah, that's true. And you are Jamie Anderson, son of the legendary Gerry Anderson, TV producer and creative extraordinaire. I always like to say this: preserving Gerry's legacy whilst moving forward with brand new projects.
That's it.
Isn't that
Thank
true?
you very much.
In a nutshell.
And if you'd like to follow either of us on Twitter...
Yes. Great. Every expense spared.
I do hope you appreciate these brand new lower thirds that we've invested in, because I think they look quite professional.
Yeah.
So
Great. Jan, I'm just reading a couple of your comments there. I think that's Jan Whitby.
Jen Whitby.
Jen, sorry, it's too far away from my eyes. Lol, I have Twitch going as backup in case of Facebook buffering. It's
Richard,
been
do you want me
playing
to
up lately.
I'm going to magnify it for
Well,
you.
that would be useful
Hang
for
on.
my old eyes, Jamie.
Oh, that didn't work. Why didn't that work?
don't know, have you done something there? Oh, perfect.
Is that big enough for you?
Yeah, so Jen says she's watching on Twitch as a Facebook, as a backup.
Well, this is going well, isn't it? Ralph, who's
Yes.
still on YouTube, has
Yes.
spotted... Oh, not that. No, that's the wrong thing.
Oh.
The Space Precinct soundtrack.
Yeah, great.
Which is marvellous, isn't it?
It is.
It is, as is the DVD.
I find myself reenacting scenes in my kitchen as I listen.
Well, yes.
And I don't think I'm alone in that, Jamie. I think
sure
I probably
nobody does
am,
that.
to be honest.
James Beckett, loving the Virgil.
Yes, there he is in
So
all his
let me
glory.
uncover him with the lower thirds.
Oh,
We
yes,
don't want
yes.
that,
Now you
do
know
we?
where we are and who we are.
Yeah, lovely Virgil, the Big Chief Studios Virgil right there.
Yes.
We've also got a sonic screwdriver.
Yeah, that's a bit off topic though, isn't it?
I don't know why we've got that.
No,
a bit off brand.
no.
So who else have we got here? James Beckett.
Who's just followed me on Twitter. Thanks, James.
Steve Bushell. Looking forward to the new section. Steve, saying that in half an hour's time.
The new section. Well, I suppose I ought to tell those people who are joining us for the first time, perhaps, what to expect tonight.
The whole thing.
The whole shebang, yeah.
So what happens in Fab Live, Richard?
Well,
tell the lovely people.
Mostly, of course, it's driven by our wonderful viewers. As you can tell already, you're free to comment and we will pick up as many comments as we can. Questions, anything you want to know, we'll try and answer. Like...
Oh, sorry, I was reading comments. What were you saying?
No. But a little later, we've got some viewers' emails because we've been asking you to send in some comments and questions to fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk, and we've been picking up those emails. You've been sending lovely pictures of your modelling and your toys and your collections and so on. So we'll be showing some of those later. Here's the dog.
This is Ernie.
Hello, Ernie.
There you go.
Thanks for joining us.
He's going. He'll be back later for an interview.
We've also got Big Rat Bites, a very special Big Rat Bites this week from Chris Dale, who I know has joined us in a special tribute to someone rather wonderful. And we have, well, of course, Blankety-blank.
Yes.
Fab or Fib.
Yeah, which you'll learn the rules of later.
Yeah. And a brand new item for this evening, and possibly only for this evening.
Yeah.
Super Magnification.
Best title ever.
Come on. We'll get to that later.
So lots and lots of good stuff to come.
Yes.
Technical hitches also included free of charge.
Yes, bound to happen.
So you can enjoy those.
Yeah.
And just while you have some cheese, Richard, I'm
Thanks.
just going to read out a few of our comments.
Great.
CPS Edmonds.
Oh, yeah.
Cups Edmonds on Twitch. I've been listening to the pod since day one. That's the Gerry Anderson podcast. If you don't listen, then why not? Although I did get a tweet from somebody saying, I don't have time to listen to 2 hours of you rambling on.
Well, I think that's fair enough.
Fair enough.
I
Well,
barely have time.
Probably won't be here then. So CPS Edmonds, this is the first time watching Fab Live. How on earth it's taken me so long, I don't know.
No.
Well, neither do we, but we're really glad you're here now.
Absolutely.
Rebecca Andrews loves the new lower thirds with the little names on, which is great.
Yeah, good. Well done.
Lance Harrington, hello. Robert Hill.
Hi, Lance. Hi,
Richard,
Robert.
thank you for signing my Space Precinct CD.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you got that. How lovely.
Nick Young is a first timer.
Welcome,
Nick.
Yeah.
We're very friendly here.
Yes, we are.
Colleen Tierney's on Facebook. Jonathan Pilgrim is in Rotherham in South Yorkshire.
Great.
Fantastic.
Did you have a great Christmas and New Year? He says. Well, yes, we.
Pretty good,
I
thanks.
certainly
I
did,
actually
yeah.
rested for a change, which is lovely. Harry Raymer says the new banners are a lot better than the old ones. Well, that's the only element that's better than it was before. Brilliant. Production value equals 1,000, says Ben Page. Slightly sarcastically, I think.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
And go, Johnny, go. Much better than the plain white text. Very legible. Well, it seems like the lower thirds have gone down very well.
Well, that's a very good start for you then, isn't it,
And
Jamie?
it's-
Because you put a lot of time and effort into them, didn't you?
It's downhill from here. Nessie Exec on Twitch. Hello, Virgil. Unfortunately, he can't speak back, but he is posing in a very interesting way.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
What's he doing there? I'm not quite sure.
YouTube is behind by a few seconds. Goodness me. There are so many comments coming through.
Yes, and we knew this would happen. And that's okay, Jamie. It's fine, because we don't have to pick them all out, do we? Okay, we've got a show to present, remember?
Gosh. Oh, there you go. I got Coops Edmonds' name right on the first go.
Great.
There we go.
Okay. Right, good.
Goodness me.
Right.
What cheese have you got?
Well, now I've got a bit of brie, got a bit of cheddar here.
Camembert.
Yeah, camembert, and some
Black Sticks Blue.
Whoa, gorgeous. And we've got a variety of chutneys. This is my favourite.
This is not what the show's about.
Sorry. Okay, right. Is it time for some news then? This is what we normally do at this point, isn't it? I can't remember.
I think it is. I'm overwhelmed by comments.
Yes.
Hello to all the first timers. We are so glad you're here. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, Sebastian Bird. I always thought Fab Live was a bit cheesy. Even more so.
And on that note,
yeah,
let's go into the Gerry Anderson news and hope that all goes well.
Okay.
Here we go. It's the Gerry Anderson news.
Great. Oh, look, but Joanna Hollis says, my favourite element is still here, you guys.
Oh, speaking of cheese.
Yeah. All right.
Boat Shoes D2. Come on, make these names easier for me to say.
Yeah, that's not helpful at all, is it?
Good morning, happy 2019 from a still rainy Southern
California. Nice.
Watching you live at last on Twitch. Delighted to see my Stingray Blue Raisin Superannuation mug in attendance.
Ta-da!
Yes, right there. And also,
yeah.
Shall I show them a thing?
Well, I don't know. Is that wise?
Possibly.
Depends what it is.
Speaking of Stingray,
what
about that?
Look at that.
Oh, isn't she a beauty?
Model porn.
Goodness me, yes. We might show off some other lovely models like that, but
very good.
The Raidmaster spoons as well.
Yeah,
Anyway.
great. Oh, it's much better stuff than I have at my house. We just have a cardboard cutout of Captain Scarlet.
We do. Richard, we're supposed to be doing the news.
Yes, well, come on then.
So,
Yes.
should we do some Gerry Anderson news?
Yeah, so as you know, there's all sorts of news from the Gerry Anderson universe happening all the time. Not just some legacy stuff, but also, as we know, there is, shall I say it?
Yeah.
There's new Gerry Anderson stuff being made right now. And if you don't listen to the podcast, that will mean nothing to you, except that it's true.
Well, except that they're words
Yeah.
and people will understand them. So, now, I normally at this stage would have the news ticker,
Yeah, right.
but I think I've forgotten to resize the news ticker
I
for
think
our
it's
new
fine.
format. Shall I put it in any way?
Okay. Oh!
It would normally be along the bottom, but
Yes. Oh, well, that's all right. That's fine.
shall I? I can try and. There we go.
Okay.
Well, now it's in the wrong place.
No,
Anyway,
I think people get them.
there we go. It's the Gerry Anderson news.
Yeah.
So, should we get the sad stuff out of the way first?
Yes.
Because unfortunately, as many of you know, we can't avoid it now that lots of these shows are 40, 50 plus years old. The people involved are, in their later years, and unfortunately, we're going to have more and more deaths each year from people associated with the Gerry Anderson universe, which is really, really sad.
Yes.
I'd just like to cover two of them with a couple of pictures and one more mention before we move to jolly stuff.
Yes.
So as many of you know, at the end of last year, we lost Mike Noble. Mm-hmm. Lovely Mike, who was a TV21 artist of note, of distinction, one of the best, many say, alongside people like Ron Emmleton. But Mike was working right into his later years. And after you haven't seen Mike's work, then head over to our YouTube channel, wherever you're watching from now,
Yeah.
whether it's YouTube or not, and have a look at the Mike Noble tribute by Lee Sullivan. It's lovely, quite touching, so you might need some hankies. But Mike was a lovely chap, and I went to his memorial service. And actually, Richard, if you reach just over there,
Just over the chutneys?
somewhere, there should be Mike's service thing just between the tripod and that. Yes, there you go. So we went to a lovely service of Mike's life, and yes, there's a few bits and pieces of his illustration work in there, which will probably be a bit too bright for you to see. But he just did endless stuff. There's Wells of Gummidge there. There's Fireball XL5. He was doing Undermilt Wood. And there's also a lovely Captain Scarlet piece there. Mike's stuff was so dynamic.
Yeah.
He was a real star.
And the sweet thing is he did lots of stuff for his local village as well, didn't he?
He did. Actually, I have to say, at the memorial service, it was amazing learning about how many things he'd done elsewhere. The lich gate for the church.
Yes.
The village flag.
Great.
Pretty much everybody in the village where he lived had a piece of Mike Noble artwork on their wall somewhere. So really, really lovely. And also, if you want to hear more from Mike Noble, then we've also got the tribute podcast where there's a chat with me, Mike, and Lee Sullivan. So very sad loss there.
Yeah.
Another sad loss, but someone we will be touching on later, is Windsor Davis.
Yes, that's right.
Who many of you may not know was that associated with the world of Gerry Anderson. He was in an episode of UFO. But he's probably better known in the world of Anderson for his Sergeant Major Zero.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
Zeroid from Terrahawks.
Yeah.
In fact, which is on it's the Blu-ray that's paused in the background.
Yeah,
is
indeed. Yes.
Terrahawks.
Yes, that's right.
So yes, there'll be a tribute coming up for him in Big Rat Bites later on.
Yeah, lovely.
Now, also, I haven't got a photo of Nick Finlayson, who also passed away a couple of weeks ago. Nick was also on Terrahawks. He was known as the Real Q. because he worked on 10 Bond films.
Wow.
And generated a lot of the goodies and the tech. Amazing stuff. A lovely man, and all of his colleagues, without fail. In fact, this is true of all three guys we're talking about, all sent in lovely messages of tribute and saying how great they were to work with and all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah,
a
nice.
bit of a sad start.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing though, Jamie, is that very often those actors who are associated with, Gerry Anderson Productions are often held in high esteem and much beloved by the public, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Every actor that's ever been in a Gerry Anderson series kind of, feels the love.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to read the whinges about Facebook keeping dropping out. But, yeah.
Right.
Sorry, we're doing the best we can.
Yes, is that our fault or your fault? I don't know.
No, they're saying it's our fault.
Yes.
Keeps dropping out, but
Yeah.
there we go. There's lots of people who can still...
Yes, I love Windsor Davis and it ain't half hot, Mum, says Ross Patterson. Yes, of course, we all remember from that. Mark Simpson Wedge, R.I.P. Windsor Davis, absolutely. Stroll on, says Steve Bushell. Yeah, absolutely, one of his many catchphrases. Yeah, sad news indeed.
It is a bit sad. There we go.
Yeah.
It's so the broadcast's up and down. If you lose us for a bit, then see. Actually, Nick Y on YouTube, we're only streaming to one place, and then it's being streamed out from beyond, so it's not a bandwidth problem here.
Right. Okay.
So there we go. Hopefully, it'll come back now.
Okay. Yes.
Give a refresh of the page if it's going a bit slow.
Yes.
Anyway, look. So we'll carry on with the news, and hopefully you will be able to see us.
Yeah. What other news?
Maybe. The Joe 90 Blu-ray, Richard.
Whoa.
The Joe 90 Blue is coming out on the 18th of March.
Yeah.
And it's a lovely box set, just a bit like the Captain Scarlet one that came out last year. Limited edition, 1,000 units worldwide. Comic, a book by Andrew Pixley.
Right. Yes.
And the Volume 4 Blu-ray with some lovely extras in there.
Great.
It's a lovely set.
Yeah.
So you can get it from the Gerry Anderson store and from networkonair.com, and only those two places. So there you go.
Great. Maria Kelly, are there any plans for a movie version of UFO or possibly another TV series? She wants to know.
Not at present.
No.
Maria. There's always people talking about making new things, but unfortunately, nothing that we know of right now.
Yeah.
So.
Would you like to see it? Let us know if you'd like to see a new
UFO
series or film, and maybe let us know how you'd cast it.
Yeah,
be interesting, wouldn't it?
But just on the Joe 90 Blu-ray thing for people that missed it,
right.
I'm just going to show them the Scarlet Blu-ray box set. That fell over there.
Yeah.
So this was last year's Scarlet one, in a lovely box.
Lovely.
You see, with space for your other Blu-rays. The Scarlet had some lovely picture cards of the end titles.
Yeah.
He says, trying to get them out.
Can you manage?
It's a bit of a tight fit, and in fact, they had a poster by Lee Sullivan and Mike Noble in there as well. I have to tip everything out. There you go. You have the rest. There's a comic in there because there's a Joe 90 equivalent. There was this in last year's Captain Scarlet box set, plus a comic which Richard is going to show you now.
Yeah, lovely. Yes.
And then at the bottom there's the Volume 4 Blu-ray, but you pull out the segment and all your other Blu-ray volumes go in, so it's a lovely piece.
I see.
So if you did get the Scarlet one, make sure you pick up the Joe 90.
Yeah. Beautiful. Lovely, isn't it?
Done.
Very good.
Right, and somebody missed who Nick Finlayson was as well.
Right.
Last of our sort of obits for today.
Yes.
So Nick was the head of the model shop
on
Terrahawks.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Great.
Very sad. Right. We've had the Joe 90 Blu-ray. This is going well, Richard, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah. Now look, Simpson Clips 24 says, I bought some Lavender Castle VHSs from eBay, which were intended to be for in-house display only by potential distributors, and were in your dad's office at Pinewood.
Amazing.
Yeah, great.
Are you okay with this? Yes, we're fine with that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right. Gone to a loving home, haven't they?
What's this one now? Jamie, can you explain why Network released the Space Precinct DVD set with no subtitles available? It's kind of let down. I can't explain it. I don't know why they didn't.
Arse Network.
Arse Network. Yeah. There we go. R.I.P. Windsor Davis as well from Mad Dragon 1973 on YouTube.
Yes, great.
Right, we need to do some more news, Richard.
Come on,
because I'm taking ages here.
I know, it's all right.
Look at this.
Oh, a thing of beauty.
So, I'm going back to my
what else have you got?
DVD pile now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I've got it here. So, last year ITV... Oh, my TV's gone off now. Last year ITV re-released this, the UFO DVD box set.
Yeah.
And lots of people loved the art so much that we got special permission from ITV to produce this lovely poster that you can see on screen right now. And so that is available from the Gerry Anderson store now.
Lovely.
And is lovely. And we're working on the size for people who don't have quite as much space on their wall. It doesn't come with a frame. That's just to make it look extra sexy for you.
Okay.
But there you go.
Yeah, great.
So... we've got a couple more bits and pieces of merch.
Stephen Richards in the meantime says, if you ever decide to do a live action version of Captain Scarlet, I'd say that Jason Statham would make an excellent Captain Black.
Oh, we would.
I'd fancy Captain Black for myself, really. I think I'd audition for that. Captain Black. Especially with the 5 o'clock shadow.
I was going to say, with the amount of beard you've got right now, I think you could probably do that.
Yeah.
Speaking of other limited edition merch, the Captain Scarlet pistol...
Oh, yes.
Limited to 350 worldwide with a few colour variants.
Yeah.
Is arriving in our warehouse now. In fact, the first 100 or so are being processed currently. There's more on the way. Now, Tim, who runs our customer service and stuff on the shop, sent me an email about this and some other bits and pieces, which I shall read to you.
Okay.
He said, the pistols, stock of the Scarlet is available, but anything else is running low fast. Captain Black and Captain Blue variants have some left. Green and Colonel White, very few. Ochre and Magenta are sold out.
Oh, right.
So there you go.
Yeah.
The Joe 90 Deluxe set is selling extremely fast, so don't miss out on that. We only have a very limited stock. Now, he emailed me on the 2nd and said the hovercraft, the Spectrum hovercraft model, which is rather lovely and overexposed there, but you can see it. Is selling out. It was selling out very fast. In fact, has sold out since then. So there aren't any more of these. But there are some MEVs left. So the Martian exploration vehicle, as seen in Thunderbirds Are Go, the movie, and also at the start of Captain Scarlet.
Yeah.
One of the very few things to cross the two shows. They are available. They're selling out quite quick.
Yeah,
So,
Martin Smith says, I believe the Scarlet Pistols are close to being shipped. I can't wait to get my hands on my Captain Black one.
they're being shipped right now. It'll be happening during the week.
Yeah, Duncan Wilson says, perhaps an idea would be to have a box set of Secret Service shaped like a suitcase.
Possibly. I'm not sure there's a lot of desire for Secret Service out there. But if you're a Secret Service fan, do comment and let us know. We'd love to hear from you if you are.
Lots of people love the UFO picture there. UFO needs to continue, says James Beach. I want this, says Ashley Bell. Yeah, we'll get it then.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah, it's that easy.
Rodimus184 ordered yesterday. Can't wait to get it framed and plonked on the wall.
Great. While we're on the subject of Lavender Castle, says Simpson Clips 24, do you have any idea why the second series didn't get made even though it was commissioned by CITV?
Normal reason for these things is funding problems.
Yeah.
I think so. It'll be a funding problem, which is a great shame.
Yeah.
Mark Simpson Wedges ordered the Captain Black version of the pistol.
Excellent.
And did anybody get the Thunderbirds one, the limited one? Did you manage to grab one of those? I would love to hear from you if you did.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Now, Richard, I've got a couple more bits and pieces. An event thing and a charity thing, although the event thing has got a charity angle to it.
Good. Go on then.
Well, if you are in easy reach of Mersey,
Yes.
Colchester.
I think that's how you say it.
It is Mersey, isn't it? If
Yeah.
you could give us some reassurance on that would be marvellous.
Yeah.
Then you should go to Rescue 1 on the 16th of March.
Yes. Sounds good.
Tickets are £12.50 for adults and £7.50 for children, and it's all raising money for the RNLI.
Yeah, and I think there are some Anderson guests, aren't there?
Well, Richard, yes.
Aren't there, Jamie?
I had an email about this event, I think from somebody very keen to support it, but they wrote it in rather a hurry and couldn't remember who was going.
Yeah.
So I got an email saying, there's a very event you should cover and talk about, and it's got some great guests.
Yeah.
Shane Rimmett.
Yes.
Herman Zimmerman.
Yes.
And I forget her name, but
woman who does the puppeteer.
Woman puppeteer. Anyway, so actually those people are Shane Rimmer, Matt Zimmerman, and Mary Turner.
That's right.
And I think they've confirmed Alan Shoebrook as well. So if
Great.
you're in that area, then you should go along and support that charity event.
Yeah, Mary Turner, who featured on Antiques Roadshow very recently with her...
She was on there with her collection.
Collection of puppets, that's right.
Valued at £80,000, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Flog 'em, I say. Flog 'em.
To have some original puppets.
Yeah, that's right.
There we go.
Yeah.
Rebecca Andrews hasn't seen the Secret Service.
Ah! Well, I think you should remedy that immediately.
Yeah.
Ross Patterson, happy belated birthday, Richard James. Thanks, Ross. I got Space Precinct Complete Series on DVD for Christmas.
Yes.
Lucky him.
Now,
Yeah.
Richard did ask me not to mention this.
What's that?
But he has recently celebrated a very special birthday.
I have.
And
My 21st.
It's his 21st, and he celebrated it for an entire week, eating his own body weight in roast beef.
It's true. Lots of people know that because they got in touch on Twitter to wish me a very #happy birthday Dickie.
Absolutely.
very
Maria
nice.
Kelly, wasn't Shane Rimmer supposed to be the original star of Space Precinct?
Aha.
Well, he was in the Space Police pilot, but that was made back in 1986 when he was
Yes.
already considered a bit old to be a leading man.
Yes.
It's a bit ageist, but that's just the way it
Yes,
is.
that's right. And was replaced by Ted Shackelford in the series, of course, as Brogan.
Exactly.
So it was never meant to play the role in the series, I don't think.
No, meant to, but he
Yeah.
was, he and Dad had a long time working together. In fact,
That's right. Yes.
I've got a thing. Hang on.
Right.
Just pad for a minute.
Yeah, okay, I'm just going to read out some more comments. I saw it and discovered Fiona Bruce was a fan. Yes, talking about Antiques Roadshow again there, James Beach. Absolutely. Wasn't she? Yeah, Shane Rimmer supposed to be the original Brogan. What have you got there then? Ah.
Here, in fact, is a photo from the production, during the production, I'm trying to get the light off it for you, there you go, of Dad with Shane Rimmer in 1986, as taken by Shane's son, Ben.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's a lovely photo.
It is, yeah.
Can you see the resemblance?
What, between Shane and Gerry? Not really.
I think there's a bit of a...
You and Shane? Oh, I see!
You rude git.
Me and Shane.
That's it, yeah, you and Shane.
Yeah, I
look so
can now you
similar.
mention it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
there we go. There's a little exclusive-ish photo. I think that's been out there before.
Oh, well, exclusive to
and
what?
I've got another bit of charity news before we're done.
Okay. Go on. Go
So,
for it.
you may have heard me speak about this charity before. Stuart VS3011
Yes.
is a huge fan, I assume, of yours.
I doubt it.
It could be. Anyway, Stuart, hello. Thank you for joining us on Twitch. Yes, I mentioned before, we support a few charities, Alzheimer's Society for obvious reasons, but also we support a charity called the Young People's Puppet Theatre, YPPT. Now, they obviously, there's a natural connection with puppetry. They go into schools in deprived areas, take classes where there are kids with various learning difficulties or sort of social anxiety, that kind of thing, where they need special treatment. And teach them to make puppets, make sets, and put on their very own puppet show. And when I heard about it at first, I thought, oh, that's nice, but, it can't be that special, until I went into the schools and saw what they were doing. And it's amazing. Now, here are a few of the puppets the kids make.
Yeah, lovely, aren't they?
But they go into the schools and they say to the kids, you're going to do this whole thing pretty much by yourselves. And I don't think the kids believe how much work they're going to do. But it's amazing. The bullies kind of turn into helpers who rally the troops together. The quiet ones find a voice and sometimes perform the puppet stuff themselves, maybe performing the puppetry or doing the voices. Quiet kids become production managers, and they all find that they've got a set of skills beyond what they ever thought possible.
Yeah.
And it's really, really impressive stuff. So we will be doing something later in the year to support the YPPT.
Yeah.
And I think you're all going to love it. Have I told you about it?
No, I know that you sort of said I'm going to be doing it.
I'll tell you during Big Rat Bites.
All right.
But if you want to find out more about what the Young People's Puppet Theatre do, then go to yppt.org.uk.
Yep.
And have a look. And if you want to chuck them a few quid, we'd be ever so grateful if you did. No pressure at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, every little really does help, because it's a tiny, tiny charity. We need all the help we can get at this stage.
Great.
So
Very
thanks
nice.
for listening to the plea for the YPPT.
Very good. Very good.
Now, there's probably some other Gerry Anderson news that we've forgotten.
Oh, I should imagine so, because we haven't done this since Christmas, have we?
No, kind of forgotten.
When we were joined by the lovely Chris Dale, who will also be joining us shortly for Big Rat Bites. So yeah, we're a little bit out of practice, aren't we?
I've completely forgotten what
But
we're doing.
one way to catch up on all your Gerry Anderson news is, of course, to listen to the Gerry Anderson podcast.
Oh yes, who
Yeah.
have our recent guests been? Can you remember?
Well, recently we had Liz Morgan.
Last two was Liz Morgan.
Yeah, so every week we have an interview, a celebrity or guest interview from people who have either worked for or with Gerry or
gonna
have
look
an
'em up.
interest in his work. We've had the likes of Nicholas Briggs, Shane Rimmer, Graham. We've had Chris Packham. We've had Gary Newman, Sophia Miles, Sophie Aldred.
Wayne Forrester, David Quantick.
Yeah, that's right. All sorts of people who come and join us for an interview.
I was trying to look up, but my internet's not working.
And also we have Fab Facts, a very popular segment of the podcast, allegedly.
Absolutely, Fab Facts. Yes, it's all there.
And Chris joins us again for his randomizer. You can listen to the podcast simply by subscribing on iTunes or Spotify or Stitcher or wherever you get your podcasts from. And join us every Monday. So that's when the episodes drop.
They do,
when
yeah.
the pods drop.
And I think this Monday coming, we've either got
Yeah.
Marcus Hearn,
Yes.
Dad's official biographer, really interesting chat about Gerry Anderson, the man,
Yeah.
which was really, really fascinating for me.
Yeah.
Or we've got Pat Sharp of Funhouse.
Absolutely. Pat Sharp, what a catch.
That's the sort of variety that we get here.
Okay, Simpsons Clips 24. I've got a joke for you. What's big and hairy and often found on Demeter City?
What was that big monkey thing?
The Zwellin, yeah.
Yeah, the
But
Zwellin.
that can't be the answer. That's not
No, the answer's beneath
Richard
it.
James. I see.
That's you.
That's the answer.
That's
okay,
you. Nice.
Thanks for that.
Savoy 1984 on YouTube. What's
Yep.
your memories of the Jonathan Frakes film?
Yeah, what are your memories?
Well, they ain't good, Savoy.
Oh,
they ain't good.
Yeah.
In fact, I was reading a really interesting article, an interview with Jonathan Frakes, where he said he felt one of the failures of the film was because, I think he said Brady Corbett, who played Alan from memory, didn't really want to be a kind of superhero type. But I think if he's describing him as
Yes.
a superhero type, then
Got it all wrong.
that's the reason why.
He's got it all
Kind of they
wrong.
missed the point. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's not get into that.
Yeah, but
because,
what are your memories of the Jonathan Frakes film?
No, don't
Savoy
ask them
1984.
that.
No, just very specifically. I'll be promoting you at work. There was a request for podcast promotions, and so I just had to mention you guys. Absolutely, thank you very much.
Thanks,
That's
Tom
from
Bindy
my-
B. But
that's
what
right.
is your work?
Ah.
Where are you promoting us?
Yeah, Martin
I mean,
Smith says, Pat Sharp, mullet-tastic.
He's got a great head of hair on still.
Still?
Yes.
Won't naturally really come over in the podcast, I wouldn't have thought.
No, but we do talk about his hair on the podcast interview. So
Great.
Robert Cassidy quoting the lyrics from the Funhouse theme there.
Good.
Anyway, so look, that's the end of the Gerry Anderson news and
Yes.
some other nonsense which we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Wherever you're joining us from.
Oh, no, that's not the end of the nonsense.
No, there's loads more nonsense, but that's the news nonsense. Oh, Tomb Indy B. It says Tom Bindy B.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, how do you know? By the end of the stream, you'll get it right, he says.
If you are lucky. MacMan UK, I'm guessing that is. I agree, the movie was not good.
Okay.
Andrew Clements, yes, we know you love the film. Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah.
yeah, yada, yada, yada.
Anyway.
Yes?
So, coming up,
Yeah.
we've got...
Got some viewers' emails.
We've got Richard's new game,
Super Magnification. Yeah.
We've got
Richard's old games.
Richard's old games, FAB or FIB, and Blankety-blank.
Yeah, that's right. All of which you could join in with at home.
Yeah, but first,
Yes.
we've got Chris Dale's Big Rat Bites. So
Great.
Chris is our roving reporter. Well, he doesn't really rove, does he? He stays at home and reports in on Gerry Anderson things of note. And so today's is a very special tribute, which we hope you'll enjoy wherever you're watching from. And we'll see you after this short pre-recorded segment.
Hello everyone, I hope you all had a very nice Christmas and I hope Santa brought you some wonderful Gerry Anderson goodies in your stockings. He certainly brought something rather special for me. For Christmas this year, I received this, the script for the Terrahawks episode.
Gold. Always believe in yourself.
No, we've done that. Anyway, I was going to sort of use this to kind of lead into talking about various cool items of Gerry Anderson merchandise that I have in my collection, because I do have one or two rather interesting pieces. Well, two really. But I kind of was semi-staying on topic because this is about Terrahawks, but I do want to talk a little about the latest passing within the Gerry Anderson universe of the great, legendary Windsor Davies. Windsor Davies in It Ain't Our Fault Mum is one of my favourite comedy performances and comedy creations of all time. I think he is absolutely superb in that show. What I loved about the character was that he thought he was the most capable, the most intelligent, the only sane man in this group of people. And very often he was by far the stupidest.
Shut up.
Windsor delivered such a multi-layered performance. He's really good at the comedy bluster, but there is also this underlying sort of vulnerability when he's called upon to play really quiet, dramatic, and at times quite powerful and moving scenes. So what I find particularly interesting about Windsor's casting in Terrahawks to play Sergeant Major Zero is it is, for all intents and purposes, exactly the same character as he was playing in Hot Mum and all those other things.
Not very good odds, Sergeant Major.
Shut up.
We will be cut to pieces.
Shut up, you.
And I can't think of any other examples of an actor being hired to do a Gerry Anderson show specifically to play exactly the same character that they've played in another production, except as a robot, which is such a cool twist. You would expect that almost as stunt casting, really, that might have backfired.
Impossible, sir.
We have this super secret organisation, and here you have this essentially comedy Sergeant Major bellowing orders at his men. And instead, it turns out to be one of the highlights of the show, which is great. And especially in those very stodgy, slightly tedious early episodes, Windsor is a huge saving grace throughout that series. So many of my favourite moments from that show are down to him.
You'd like to award me another medal for bravery, Your Majesty. You're far too kind. Perhaps Corporal Neinstein should get some token of recognition.
0.
Oh!
I know he would be the first to admit that out of the 5 regular voice actors in Terrahawks, he was by far he had the least range vocally. Aside from Sergeant Major Zero, he obviously infamously played the Indian, Dr. Killjoy.
Oh dear me, the patient has made a full recovery.
I believe he was also the voice of the Spirilla. I want to say he was a radio announcer somewhere along the line.
Here in good old Badwater County, it's going to be another hot one. The high is a big double 8, and that's 88 degrees.
And one of the reasons I think Terrahawks is quite an underrated Gerry Anderson series is, at times, it can slightly pull at your heartstrings a little, and so much of that is down to Zero. I think one of my favourite Windsor Davies scenes in the whole show is in the episode Space Cyclops, where Deesweet is being pulled down into the maw of the Cyclops, and the Sergeant Major is trying desperately to save him, and he fails. And there is this moment where you genuinely believe that Deesweet could be dead, because Windsor is absolutely playing it to that level.
He cut the line. Brave lad. Sacrificed himself to save his beloved Sergeant Major.
And if that already isn't upsetting enough, rather than, say, retreat, he chooses to face down the monster, but before he goes to what he thinks is certain death...
I'd just like to say, I think you is beautiful.
And the Zeroids are obviously a hugely memorable part of Terrahawks. Everybody remembers Zelda and the Zeroids, and I'm wondering how much of that is down to Windsor. Obviously they are superb creations, I mean, beautifully, intricately designed, but the fact that Windsor is there to lead them is just the icing on the cake. He does such a terrific job. It's a shame that he was never interviewed in this era of DVDs and Blu-rays and such, but he relocated to France. So then when it came time to do the Big Finish audio episodes of Terrahawks in 2014, replacements were needed, and in the case of Anne Riddler, we got the wonderful Beth Chalmers in to play Kate Kestrel and Sistar, and doing just an absolutely superb job of both characters, in my opinion.
Oh, thanks very much.
You're welcome. Okay, and we had Jeremy Hitchin to play Sergeant Major Zero in place of Windsor Davies, and Jeremy Hitchin had been showing off for many years his Windsor Davies impression, so he was an ideal choice for that role. Terrahawks without the Sergeant Major is just... why? Why would you even try? And if someone had tried to do a Windsor impression and just failed, it would have been even sadder. It was fantastic that you had someone there who not only could do the voice, but knew the man so well from having worked so closely with him on those characters back in the day. And it was also nice that the Sergeant Major continued to evolve and develop throughout the course of those audio episodes. He didn't just stay the same original character. Just the combination of Windsor Davies as a robot in a Gerry Anderson series, something really magical happened there. I think he caught the sense of humour that the show had. I think it was very tongue-in-cheek, and he just caught on to that probably before even the show itself did. Windsor was just one step ahead.
What are you on about?
By all accounts, a lovely, lovely man. A long legacy of not just comedy Sergeant Majors, but memorable performances in other shows. I haven't even mentioned he was in UFO. I have 2 favourite clips of Windsor, though. One is of him being completely upstaged by a little baby elephant in It Ain't Our Fop Mum. always makes me smile. And another is performing Whispering Grass on Top of the Pops. I have never seen anybody having so much fun as Windsor is in that. Obviously, we're here on Fab Live to celebrate all things Gerry Anderson. So to close out this, again, rather sad edition of Big Rat Bites, here's a few of my favourite moments of Windsor Davies as Sergeant Major Zero in Terrahawks. Take it away, lovely boy.
1, 2, 3. Zero expects every man to do his duty. Sound the bugle! Let the tunes of glory ring in your ears! Right, my lovely Zeroids, simmer down. It seems it's my turn in the pipeline.
Hold it, Zero. Where's the fire?
The only fire I see, sir, is the fire in your eyes.
Why is there no French song?
Because, Dix Hewitt, it was no good. As we all know, a Zeroid is programmed to tell the truth at all times.
That's a lie for a start.
All right. There are ways round that particular circuit. I is illogical.
How's the arm, Tiger?
I'll live.
I was afraid of that.
You're crazy.
Crazy? That's even better than illogical.
Why am I arguing with this plague of my life?
I do believe I'll fetch him a nice cup of cocoa.
Staring into the jaws of death, Zero didn't flinch.
Yes, sir.
Zero, you were out on maneuvers, not fighting the Battle of Waterloo.
I'll kill that killjoy. I'll scrap the butcher. I'll demolish him.
Did I ever tell you about the time I stood alone facing 50 of the enemy? Oof, a prickly situation up here, sir. Ooh. Bury me here, Dix Hewitt, with full military honors. Present! Pipes! Fire!
Thanks, Zero.
Thanks, Zero. Wonders never cease. I think I'll have a little snooze.
Oh, Chris.
Lovely.
What a lovely tribute.
Yeah, really nice.
Isn't that great? I think even if you're not a Terrahawks fan, and we know there may be one or two of you out there who aren't Terrahawks fans, just one or two, mind,
Really?
that even you will appreciate that, that lovely tribute. And
Lots of lovely comments as
and
well.
how much that Windsor brought to that role. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's one of the most remembered elements, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. Duncan Wilson says, great tribute. Chris Honey says, lovely tribute, RIP Windsor Davies. Lovely tribute to a great man, says Emma Nichols. Absolutely. Yeah, nicely done, Chris, says Mr. Jim over on YouTube. Yeah, really nicely done, Chris. One of my favourite stories about Windsor Davies that came out after he died is someone posted on Twitter about they were walking down the street somewhere and saw him coming towards them, and they were a bit embarrassed, so they could cast their eyes down but couldn't help kind of flicking them up occasionally. And as Windsor Davies walked past, apparently he said, "Yes, lovely boy, I is who you think I is." He didn't sound quite like a pirate like I just did.
Arr! He did a great pirate impression. Oh, isn't that sweet?
And the graffiti that appeared overnight as well.
Yes.
Very nearby
I
here.
wish you hadn't written my full name.
There was Windsor Davies, the picture.
There was a lovely piece, yes.
Yeah, that's
so,
right. Yeah. Yes.
Looks like we're dropping in and out for a few people. Apologies if we are. We're doing our best.
Yes.
You know, we are in the valleys of South Wales
That's
currently.
true.
So
That's true. We
that
are.
doesn't help things.
Yeah.
But if you can't see us on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch where you're watching currently, and then try one of the other places.
Right, like where?
Well, like Facebook or YouTube or Twitch.
Oh, I see. So whichever one you're on and it's not perhaps working, try
another one. Yeah,
that's
YouTube
right.
seems fairly consistent. Anyway.
Yes, the world is your oyster. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, Chris always finds the right tone. Class, says the time being. Top work, Chris, says Robert Cassidy. He was the best part of Terrahawks, says Robert Monk. That's Windsor Davies, obviously not Chris Dale. Although
Chris Dale is in the audio Terrahawks. Yeah, he certainly is. As Yuri.
Yeah.
Quite a lot
Yeah.
in Series 3.
Indeed. Yeah.
Anyway.
Great. Very good.
Now, Richard.
Yes.
Shall we answer a few people's questions that came up during that
Yes,
thing?
great, absolutely. Yes, I did make a note.
And then we'll play a game.
Oh, what fun.
A brand new game called
Super Magnification. Great. Okay, so we had a few messages during that. Jordan Bellamy says, is there any Firestorm news?
Yes.
Tell us about Firestorm, Jamie.
Can't tell you a lot.
Well, what is it for a start, for those of...
Oh, gosh, yes. So if you don't know, Firestorm is a brand new Gerry Anderson production. Puppets, models, real explosions, all that sort of stuff. Entering production later on this year.
Yes.
There's a full mini-sode, if you haven't seen it, a mini-pilot on the Firestorm YouTube channel, Firestorm HQ. Just search for Gerry Anderson's Firestorm. And that's about it, really, isn't it? I mean, it's...
But that's it. It's happening. It's real. There are going to be brand new Gerry Anderson episodes on your TV.
Exactly, and it's got a great theme tune by Richard Harvey, the man responsible for the Terrahawks theme, funnily enough.
Yeah.
And it is available to buy and stream on iTunes, Apple Music, and Spotify right now.
Yeah, it's really worth a listen. I know lots of you out there love it.
So, yes, lots of people have been downloading it. So, Brian Woodhouse has a nice thing, actually. Look.
Yes.
Great job done on Firestorm. Jamie and all the crew that made it possible.
Yeah,
so,
great.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff we changed. We did it on a shoestring budget, compared
Believe
to
it or not, 'cause it
these
looks
normal
amazing.
things. I mean, something like that would normally cost probably 10 or 15 times what we were able to raise and spent on it. So it was a real challenge and a real credit to the whole crew that got behind it, and also to our lovely Kickstarter backers who got behind it in the first place.
Yes, absolutely right. We're very proud of yourself. Scott Bickley says he wants to know about the Big Chief figures, the puppets, wondering whether there are new Tracy Brothers and Parker and Lady Penelope and so on coming.
So Scott, to be quite honest, we don't know any more than you do right now. We believe that the three additional Tracy Brothers, Alan, Gordon and John, are on their way in the next few weeks or months. Scarlet should be out the end of this month or early March. So yes, that's all I know. And I think Big Chief are doing some sort of pre-order system on their website for Penny and Parker. But that's all we know.
Yeah, Paul Maxted said, I met Jonathan Frakes and mentioned the film.
Oh, no.
He got quite depressed about it.
I'm not surprised. Well, again, in that interview that Jonathan Frakes did about that 2004 Thunderbirds movie, which, by the way, Dad said was the biggest load of crap he'd ever seen in his life. Jonathan Frakes said that he was basically locked out of Hollywood for a decade.
Wow.
So there you go. Keith Roberts is going to go and download the Firestorm theme tune after the show.
Absolutely. A lot of people showing a lot of excitement for the new series that's coming later this year.
Yes.
Andrew Hyde says, will Anderson Entertainment have a stall at Fanderson's convention later this year?
So Fanderson are running a convention in September, October time. September, I should think. Andrew, we have not received an invite as yet, but I'm sure if an invite is forthcoming, we'd love to go.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And finally, is it Boat Shoes D2 or something?
Boat Shoes D2 or Boats Hughes D2.
Yeah, not entirely
on
sure.
Twitch, anyway, whoever you are.
Yeah, how come the US got a different end titles to Terrahawks?
I don't know.
Oh, you made me write that down. You don't know.
I suggest it's probably because an American broadcaster or whoever was distributing Terrahawks back in the 80s said, yeah, the Americans won't like just hearing the theme tune again. They want to hear like a pop song or something cool. So they got Kate Kestrel singing Living in the 21st Century.
Yeah.
With a Zeroid bouncing up and down relentlessly.
Yeah.
Not as interesting, I'd say, as the Noughts and Crosses game, but there we go.
That's right. James Pilson-Wood says, speaking of Kickstarter stuff, do you have any stuff left over that we could buy from the Firestorm Kickstarter?
Yes. So for Firestorm Kickstarter backers, you've got a few outstanding rewards that will be on their way shortly, including a lovely 3D printed Ocean Storm, to those of you who pick one up.
Yeah.
Lovely 3D print of Steve Begg's great design. Yeah. But there will be some extras, and you'll be hearing about those in due course.
Nice.
So there you go.
Great. Very good. Okay, shall we move on to some viewer emails?
Well, I thought we'd play a game before viewer emails, Richard, but it's up to you.
I don't mind.
I think we should play Richard's brand new game first.
Now I've got a mouthful of cheese.
Well, it's all right. I'll pad until you finish chewing. So we play several games during Fab Live for you to have fun and show off your Gerry Anderson knowledge, perhaps learn some new things. Michael P. Mann, are we have the Gerry Anderson future shows?
Aha.
As in, there are new ones coming?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Firestorm is one of those, and there's others in the works too, which, in fact, Richard was privy to a call about one earlier on.
I was.
Anyway, there we go. Let's move on.
Yeah. All right.
Just drop
I didn't bring it up.
No, I know. So every time we do Fab Live, we always play a new game, and so...
Well, hang on, we don't play a new game
Sorry.
every time we do Fab Live.
We
I don't want to raise expectations every month.
We always play a game.
Right.
And this month, celebrating the fact that Fab Live is now old enough to drink in the US, Richard has invented a brand new game. Oh no, you did a title for it, and I haven't got the title for
What?
it. So there was a title card for it,
Jamie.
but I forgot. So we'll just have to pretend that we saw the title for it.
How disappointing.
And that new game is called
Super Magnification. Now, it's quite easy. For those of you that used to watch Ask the Family back in the day, or for those of you that watch Have I Got News for You now on the BBC.
Or those of you who know the Thunderbirds end titles, because they do the same thing in this.
Yeah.
But go on.
I'm going to show you an image from a Gerry Anderson show, but very up close. So up close, in fact, that it might be a little blurred.
It might be impossible to know what the hell it is what you mean.
And you have to simply work out what it is and what it's from. What are you seeing? And I would advise you to maybe move away from your screen.
I would advise you close your eyes and you'll probably be better off guessing that way. So Steve Bushell, Martin Ackroyd, Jenny Shirt, Danny Moy, Ashley Bell, Master Torgo and Robert M. Cassidy, who are all watching on various platforms.
Yes.
Are you ready?
So, can you tell me, what is this?
Richard?
Yeah?
Could you not at least have chosen a still image that was of higher resolution?
I searched high and low
I'm
for that
so
picture.
sorry, everybody, about this.
So give us your thoughts. What do you think that is? Or what's it from? And in a moment, all will be revealed. So let's have a look. See a few messages and see what people are guessing, if indeed they are. Could we see an example, please? Says Ross Patterson. Well, there it is.
Here is the first one. Now, of course, there's a time delay, so we won't see the guesses.
Yeah.
Mark Simpson Wedge thinks it might be Thunderbird 4.
No.
Yeah.
You are wrong, Mark Simpson Wedge.
I mean, what is it? It's something small and round and yellowy or goldy on a grey background.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So,
any thoughts what it might be? Thunderbird 4, lots of people are saying. Parker's coat from Thunderbird, says Andrew Hyde. A blurry thing. Says
what an
Ben
interesting game.
Says Ben.
What the hell, says China. No, Richard, I don't think we can keep these up for too long.
Okay,
so
come on then.
What was that thing?
It was this.
Here's the reveal. It was a button on Parker's coat, although that should have played as a video from the beginning, so I don't know why I didn't do that. There we go.
Well, that's a slight disappointment, isn't it? I mean, I have got two more.
I mean, should we just get through them quickly? Is everyone enjoying this?
Come on, show a bit
game?
of enthusiasm, please. Right, number 2. Come on, let's have a look.
Number 2 in Super Magnification is...
Now again, squint.
Richard!
Well, I couldn't get a high resolution image, so it's a little bit blurred.
I mean, that could be anything. Right, so, what we can see is there's orange in this.
There is, a little strip of orange.
It needs a show where there was lots of orange and white involved. Now, orange and white shows, I would say mainly Terrahawks.
Right.
Because all the vehicles were orange and grey.
Okay.
And Space 1999 because they had orange spacesuits.
Okay, let's see what people are saying.
So could it be?
Could be right.
What could that be?
And there's something sort of angular about it as well, isn't there?
There is something. Now, look, there we go. There's a good guess there, but we don't want to give it away. In fact, it looks like people are actually guessing this pretty quick.
Yeah, Robert Hill says Comlock from Space 1999. Pierre Fontaine, Comlock. Yeah, absolutely, you're right. Yeah, good. Let's see it. Ta-da! Oh, hey!
Oh!
Now that one worked.
Sorry, there were only points available if you said Koenig's Comlock. Unfortunately. So there we go.
Robert M. Cassidy got that wrong. He said, was it a... oh, it's gone now, isn't it? Never mind. No, slow-mo, says somebody. Shadow Computer, says Kevin Goodman. Well, no, afraid not. No,
so, are you enjoying this game? Do let us know.
Well, there's one left.
Do speak your mind. Right.
Would you like a third?
Here's the third one.
So, what is this? Now,
you see, I knew what this was the first time I saw it.
Did you?
Yeah. Because there's a very specific shape, and although it is blurry as hell...
Yeah.
And I wish you'd found a better thing. Nick McCarty, who's just joined us, is going to be looking at this thinking, what is going on? Nick, we're currently playing Super Magnification, a new game of Richard's invention.
Never to be seen again.
Probably never to be repeated. So the idea is that you see this close-up and you're supposed to guess what it is when we pull out to reveal the full image. So what is this?
Come on, let's see your thoughts.
Well, there's something kind of... grilly about it, isn't there?
I like this, says Andrew Hyde. More please, says Ross Einfield. I even tried blinking a lot to see if it works.
Yeah, it's not a magic eye, is
Space 1999, says Ashley Bell. Nope. 0x says Man UK1, no. The intake from 0X or the MEV,
There's
says
some
Nicky
good.
Y.
Oh yeah, there we go. Captain Scarlet image, possibly. Captain Scarlet's helmet.
Supercar, says Steve Bushell.
CGI Scarlet. I mean, there's all sorts of guesses.
Yeah, it's a speaker from the Sun Probe, says Ross
Should we put them out there, misery?
Come on, then, let's see. What is that? Here we go.
Oh, it was the side intake from a Spectrum Pursuit vehicle.
That's lovely, from the Captain Scarlet
Obviously.
poster there, yeah. Well, come on. Wasn't that fun?
Yes, it was great fun. I mean, I can see a huge amount of love here coming from my right for that game.
Well, you know what was missing, Jamie?
What was missing?
The opening titles.
If only we'd had the opening titles, then everything would have been great. Right, so as you can see, our contribution to this particular Fab Live is not that great. So perhaps we should move on to the viewers' contributions in this month's viewer emails segment.
Yeah, great.
And the less said about super magnification, the better.
I think you'll find it'll be back. It'll be back next month, bigger and better, and sharper and clearer.
Anyway,
perhaps.
Thank you everybody for playing along with that interesting game.
Yes, so we do have some viewer emails. We ask you every month to get in touch with us at fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk. And while I've got your attention, we haven't asked you so far to share this broadcast.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, wherever you're watching from, please share it.
Oh, we're an hour in already.
Oh, goodness me. Yeah, so if you're on Facebook, press the share button and share it to your Facebook page. If you're on Twitch, I don't even know how you share a thing on Twitch, but do something there.
Yep.
Or if you're on YouTube, then share the link onto other social media, onto your Twitter or something else.
Yes, that's right, yeah. Ben Patterson said about super magnification, is there more? I don't know if that's a cry for help or
I think it was a cry for help.
A genuine plea.
Well, Ren's M78 on YouTube said they like it.
Yeah.
The time being said, it got better, worth another go. Robert Cassidy, good game.
Thanks.
David Gardner got a point because he got the SPV at the end there. That was fun, says Jenny Shirt. I mean, clearly,
they're easily pleased.
They're being easily pleased and very, very charitable.
I know, they're being very nice to me.
Simpsons Clips 24. I have a game idea for you. Real or no real, where you describe an Anderson-esque situation and people have to guess if it actually happened or not. Well,
genius.
You've just described an upcoming game which is a staple of Fab Live, and that's Fab or Fib, but that's coming after viewer emails.
Yes, okay, let's quickly, we've got to get onto these.
I know, we've got to get on with
these.
these.
Yes, we keep mentioning we're going to do it. Anyway, so lots of people have sent in lots of pictures we've had this month, which is also very nice. So firstly we have Harry Rayner, who sent us his pictures. He said, "Dear Richard and Jamie, I hope you're both doing well and keeping warm in the freezing weather we're having in the UK.
We have been, thank you, yes.
I hope that you could show this model of the Captain Scarlet Spectrum Pursuit vehicle, which has taken me a few months to complete. It has a working motor and wheels too."
Whoa.
There it is, look at that. That's rather beautiful, isn't it? What I particularly love about it is that it's all weathered.
Yeah, it's got lovely, and all the riveting detail as well. The riveting detail.
Yeah.
Lovely aerials on it too.
Yeah, it's more riveting than Fab Live.
It is, yes. Thank you, Harry, that is lovely.
Yeah, beautiful.
Here's mine.
Yeah, all right, show off.
Well, it's a dinky.
You did make it yourself, did you?
No, I didn't make it. It's a dinky.
Yeah, it is.
And Captain Scarlet has gone AWOL. He's missing from
his... so he is,
Captain Scarlet's missing from his chair.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, there you go. Thanks for that, Harry. Lovely model, lovely work. Keep up good work.
Absolutely.
Do some more. Make some more things.
Rob Cassidy got in touch and said, "Hi, Jamie and Richard. It recently occurred to me that Will Poulter, a.k.a. that Eyebrows actor from the Maze Runner and Black Mirror Bandersnatch..."
Oh, yes. That's him there.
"Looks a bit like the stuff of Chris Dale's nightmares, Torchy the Battery Boy."
Well,
what do you think?
Well, let's see for sure. So there's Mr. Poulter.
Yeah. Ah! Sorry, a bit of a red spike there.
I think you may have just
scream of horror.
Made everybody's ears bleed. But yeah, I can definitely see that there.
Yeah.
So if there's ever a live-action horror version of Torchy, then Chris will be in touch with you.
Yes, I think they've already made a horror version of Torchy. Torchy, yeah.
It was the original.
Yeah, that's right. Then we have an email from Michael Horgan, who said, "Hey, Jamie and Richard. Hey.
Hey, Michael.
He says, thought I'd throw you over an email to say thanks for all your continuing work, especially putting in the extra hours over Christmas to give us all the New Year's Eve special podcast."
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? Over the holidays, we saw Aquaman, and the highlight of the film was the Stingray reference. I couldn't help thinking whether the success of the Gerry Anderson podcast and Fab Live was responsible to some extent. No.
I don't think so. No, I think actually it was Edgar Wright who was responsible, didn't he? Because he said to James Wan, you should put stingray in it because it's culturally awesome and wet, as in water-based.
Yes.
So that's why it went in, we think.
Yeah. Anyway, apart from from working most of the Christmas period, we did manage to have some time to spend with the family and open the many Gerry Anderson gifts I didn't expect, including The Lost Worlds of Gerry Anderson DVD.
Great DVD set, available from the Gerry Anderson store.
The complete box set of Space Precinct, yet to make a start on. Well, come on, Michael, make a start. Let us know what you think. And the Richard Spanner PI, the complete series. I mean, Dick Spanner PI. Forgive me, Richard. I couldn't resist. See what he did there?
I see what he did there.
Yeah. Two other things I thought I would share were, about 3 years ago, a shop in High Cross shopping centre in Leicester sold custom-made cushions and other household goods, including some Captain Scarlet and Thunderbirds merchandise.
Ooh.
And I thought I'd share these photos in case any other fans managed to get hold of any. If I remember correctly, there were 2 for £20. Let's see them.
Good pricing info.
Now, when I first saw this picture, do you know what I thought they were?
Tea bags.
No.
I don't know.
I thought they were Gerry Anderson themed bags of frozen peas.
Oh, weird.
Can you see what I mean, though?
Well, I mean, they have done turkey shapes and various other things.
Turkey shapes?
So, you know, that's what they call them, don't they?
Turkey shapes.
Yeah. Anyway, that.
And secondly, a few days ago, me and my girlfriend went to see my godmother, who's in her 80s and an avid fan of Gerry Anderson's work, Stingray being one of her favourites. She adores the end title song Marina, as do I, and we managed to catch her singing it as well as uncontrollably laughing at herself. It's great making so many memories with her, especially through the fantastic work your dad and the team provided for us. And Michael sent us a little video
of Maria singing Marina.
Yes, and
so
here she is.
Let's sit back and enjoy.
Marina,
Sweet.
Aqua Marina, strange enchantment that starts whenever you're near. What's up with you? Marina, Aqua Marina.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
It's sweet. What a voice.
Yeah. A lovely voice. So thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
And thank you, Maria, for that. That was great.
Yeah, he says, P.S. for the 50th pod or the 100th pod, maybe an event could be held in celebration. And all us crazy fans could help fund it by donating. Just an idea. Cheers. Thanks, Michael. That was a great idea.
To the Fab Live Cheese and Port Fund.
Well, I was talking earlier about being invited onto a Gerry Anderson themed cruise, wasn't I? Maybe the fans could help to fund that.
Yeah, a Fab cruise done. That was fantastic. I love that sort of thing. That's really kind of heartwarming, isn't it? So if you've got an Anderson karaoke video, do send it in.
Yes.
To fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk. We'd love to see it.
Yeah, someone out there has got to have a picture of their uncle singing along to the end titles of UFO.
Nobody sings to the end titles of UFO, but they might sing to the end titles of Fireball XL5.
Yes.
Now, I saw a question here about why is there no HD version of Space Precinct?
Oh, here we go.
Covered this before, but
yeah.
Since you're clearly new to this,
yes.
or you've missed that episode of Fab Live, Space Precinct was shot on 16mm film, which you'd think would make it right for an HD version, as we did with Terrahawks. However, it was edited on video, standard definition. In order to try and put the series together again in HD, we'd have to rescan all the film, re-edit it, do all the effects all over again, and it is just not cost effective. So the best we can do is the Space Precinct DVD collection, which obviously we have all been enjoying thoroughly since its release, haven't we?
You've been enjoying it?
I've loved it, yeah.
Yeah?
It's been really...
Have you watched it all?
Yeah, it's been nice to see it again.
This?
Yeah.
You've been watching this, have you?
I've watched it, yeah.
How, Jamie, it's still in its cellophane.
No, it's not. It's fine. So there was... It's not... I've been watching it. Anyway, I've got another copy. And there was another question. I love Space Precinct, Richard. Everybody does. There was another question. Will Secret Service be out... on Blu-ray in time for Christmas.
Time for Christmas.
Yeah, well, people want that. It's Secret Service's 50th anniversary year.
Yeah.
If anybody's going to do it, Network will, so let's hope so. I don't know. It's a bit of a rarity, an odd one. Fingers crossed, but it'll look lovely.
Yeah.
Stingray and Blu-ray, James Beach. We've also mentioned this on the podcast. If you go back to pod 10 of the podcast,
Crikey.
Tim Beddoes talks about it. Stingray is the next in Network's lineup for doing an HD restoration, or was at the time in terms of their plans. So there we go.
Nice. Michael Horgan says thanks for showing the video of his, and he's going to look forward to showing Maria how famous she is.
Yeah, do it. We loved it. She's brilliant. We love her voice as well. So if she wants to do any more, then please send it in.
Yeah.
We've got more emails, Richard. The time is ticking by.
All
We've
right.
got curry in 27 minutes.
I know we have. Tony Porzio from Albuquerque in the US.
Oh, I love these, Tony.
He emailed and says, Richard, this is specifically to me though.
That's fine. I'll just hit the buttons. You do the reading.
Yeah, all right. I've been a Gerry Anderson fan since infancy here in the US. Very early memories of Supercar and Fireball XL5. When were they shown in America then?
61 to 64, 65, I guess, first run.
Does that sound about right? Okay, great. It was hard to remain a fan after 1979 when the last syndication of Space 1999 was broadcast in the New York area.
No.
But I carried on all my life. During high school in 1977, I did some Thunderbird modelling. Let's have a look at that.
There we go.
And he said, isn't that lovely? Look at that. How did you make that, I wonder?
Yeah.
Tell us, Tony, what's that made of? And he said, it flew twice.
And there's one of its flights.
Yes.
Out in the snow. And what, he's got like a control box there, destinating some charges or something. So
very nice.
Fantastic.
And then he says, and this Eagle smash up was made at about the same time. And there it is.
I always wondered how little baby eagles were born.
Yeah. Isn't that sweet? Leave him in a darkened room overnight. That's what happens. He did some 1999 cosplay in college, but sorry, no surviving photos.
Oh, what a shame.
I do have many of the DVD American sets released recently and watch them often. A prized possession is a letter from Gerry on his inimitable letterhead, thanking me for being a long-time fan and discussing how to get the shows running again in the US. That was during the early 90s.
Fantastic.
But the lasting legacy of Gerry for me is that I became an aerospace engineer. We love all this, don't we, Jamie? All Gerry's influence. I'm currently a mission assurance specialist and project engineer for the Aerospace Corporation. I provide space mission assurance services to the Air Force Research Laboratory and the Air Force Space and Missile Systems Centre's Advanced Development Directorate at Kirtland Air Force Base. That's easy for you to say.
It is. Well, I'm eating cheese now.
Yeah, it's not easy for you to say that. I've had many fingers on a lot of space hardware over the years, but still waiting on my first Eagle ride. Any idea how I can get at the head of the line for that? Very good. Best wishes from the original land of the Thunderbird. That's from Tony in Albuquerque.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tony.
We do love to hear from people who've been inspired by Gerry to take up a particular interest or profession or cause, don't we? That's all great.
Absolutely.
Duncan Moss got in touch to say, hi, Jamie and Richard. I thought you and everyone might like to see a model recently made by Matthew, one of the young people I support at the care home where I work. When I told him that Vivid Imaginations were not going to proceed with the supersized Thunderbird one, it inspired him to make this at his arts venture classes.
Wow.
Look at that.
Fantastic.
Try and get an idea of scale there.
Well,
it's pretty
I
damn
think-
big, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, there you go. That's scale for you
I
there.
see. Beautiful. That's
Lovely
very
work.
good. Yeah, thanks for sending that in, Duncan.
Thanks, Duncan, and say well done to Matthew from us.
Yeah, please do. He said, I hope you're both well. If it's not too late, wish you both a happy new year. Well, straight back at you, Duncan. Thank you. Then we have Danny Moy, who didn't send us any pictures. Oh, you've got something else, haven't you?
Have I?
Is there something else?
I printed out you an extra email, which is over there in the printer.
Great, that's why I don't have it in front of me.
This could
Can
be
you remember?
interesting. No, I can't, but
All right,
just bear
I'll
with
read it.
me.
I've got another email while you go and get that. So this is from Wayne. Wayne says, hi, Jamie and Richard. Loving the podcast and glad to see you're keeping Fab Live going as well. Yes, aren't we just?
We are.
With that in mind, I thought you might like to see my latest additions to my collection. Is this it? I've got the email here, after all.
Oh, that's Wayne Oates then. Go for it. Do carry on.
As I stated in my previous email, I'm a mad Space Police fan, and a few months ago procured a few of the original puppets from it. I also picked up a full-size costume, including Shane Rimmer's police hat, which he kindly signed for me at the Andercon event in Leicester.
Oh, look at that. Lovely.
In addition, I had a replica puppet made of the GIF Professor.
Yeah, from the dessert adverts.
Ah, okay.
Which is right there.
At the original desk.
Oh, lovely.
From the Alien Attack advert, which I also own. Wow, Wayne, you've got some really interesting stuff there.
They are really real curios, I suppose, aren't they?
They're quite niche, aren't they?
They're lovely, though.
Yeah, thanks for sending those in,
What
Wayne.
a nice collection. Thank you.
There we go.
If you've got any unusual, original Anderson props or bits and pieces, do send them in.
Yeah. Well, pictures of them.
Yeah, pictures.
Just send them in. I will flog them. Yeah.
It's fine. FabLive@gerryanderson.co.uk. We'd love to see them.
And finally, Danny Moy got in touch. Hi, Moy. I know he's watching tonight. Hi, Moy and Orin, he says here. Yeah, I know. We'll gloss over that. I was really pleased to hear that Fab Live was moving to YouTube, as I don't use Facebook, so I always have to catch up later. I'm looking forward to February the 4th. Well, here we are. Thanks for joining us, Danny. I noticed in the last few episodes that there have been no This Month in Gerry Anderson History.
Oh, whose fault's that?
Well, I'll give a little reason why, though. It's because we've been doing this for a couple of years now. No. And I found that to do this month, I was just repeating what I'd said this time last year.
Of course.
So I kind of left it and replaced it with the far superior super magnification.
Of course, yeah.
So I thought I'd look up a few episodes in my complete Gerry Anderson book to see what was shown in February. Great. Okay, so he says, I found Twizzle, Jiffy's New House, shown February the 4th, 1957? 8.
Oh,
Four Feather Falls, How It Began, the first episode, shown February 25th,
60?
Yes, UFO, The Dalatech Affair, shown February the 10th, 1971. Yes, The Protectors, Route 27, the last episode, shown February the 1st, 1974. Lavender Castle, The Lost Starfighter, shown February the 4th, 1999. Yes, and on February the 10th, 1966, the Thunderbirds episode, Move and You're Dead, everyone's favourite episode.
Everyone's not favourite episode of Thunderbirds. Brilliant.
Anyway, I really enjoyed the podcast too, so keep up to date with it. Thanks, guys. Take care. SIG, Danny Moy. Thank you very much,
Danny.
Yeah.
Who's in fact just been commenting now. So there's your email, Danny.
Great.
Thanks for writing in.
It's all got about Danny all of a sudden, isn't it?
So, we've got one more.
Have we?
Yeah. Our very own Chris Dale.
Oh, yeah.
Who was responsible for that lovely Big Rat Bites segment earlier on.
Yeah.
Has recently voiced.
Yes.
Is that what you say?
Yes.
Narrated, voiced an audio book.
He's been busy.
Here is the audio book, which is available on Audible and elsewhere, I believe.
Yeah.
Mr. Smith and the Roach.
Yeah.
Which looks very quirky indeed.
It does.
And what's the recommendation on the front? I would never have imagined myself enjoying a book about a giant cockroach.
Really? What a limited
stars.
imagination you have.
Well, there we are. So if you want to pick that up, go and do that. And in fact, if you here's one for you.
Yeah.
If you want to get that for free,
oh yeah,
subscribe to the Gerry Anderson newsletter, and there's a link at the bottom where you can go and join Audible and get a free audiobook. So there you go.
Well, make Mr. Smith and the Roach the one.
I mean, I had been recommending people buy Terrahawks Volume 1 or 2, the full cast audio series from Big Finish that was produced in 2014, 2015, 2016.
Sure.
But obviously, Chris's book would be a good one too. So there you go. Well done, Chris. Keep up the good work and keep Big Rat biting for us.
Yes. Yeah, very good. That's great. So there you are, Chris. And Danny Moy says he'd be happy to provide, I think that's dates for future months. And I'll read them out.
Yeah, go on, Danny, chuck them in.
Yeah, it'd be
Why
great.
not?
And we'll read them out.
Chris, honey, we did not watch the Thunderbirds Argo film on Film 4 the other day because we've seen it. You watched it?
No, I didn't. No, I'm listening to you. No, I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it because we've seen it loads of times before.
Yeah.
But
I think
actually, I was working. I was editing the podcast when that was on.
Yeah, I think I've got the DVD somewhere because I remember taking my son to see it and then I bought him the DVD.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right. No worries.
Yeah.
So, Richard,
Yeah.
that's for your emails. If you would like to be part of Fab Live next month, and that'll be on the 4th of March.
Oh, yeah?
Won't it? Because
Well,
February's 28 days, so
yeah.
4th of March. 3 days after my birthday.
Right. Great.
Hint, hint, Fab Live viewers. Then do email fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk. We want to see your art. We want to hear about your stories about meeting people. We want to see your photographs. We want to see your cosplay as children, embarrassing childhood photos.
Love them.
We want to see group pictures of you and your kids or grandkids or nieces and nephews watching classic Gerry Anderson. Just, you know,
yeah.
Any old stuff will do.
Any old stuff will do, exactly. That's right, yeah, and we'll show it if it's clean. Yeah, that's good, great. Right, and now all that's left on my... we've got a couple of more games, haven't we?
Yes, Richard.
Which do you want to do first?
Well, what I've done is kept everybody's favourite until the very end.
Yeah.
Which is Fab or Fear.
Oh, okay, of course.
With a brand new title sequence.
Yes.
Which I think I remember to put in.
Yes, I saw it earlier.
Good. But in the meantime, we're going to play our next Gerry Anderson game.
Yeah. But before that, I've got a little presentation to do.
Oh.
Because Duncan Wilson, who you know is a big fan of all things Gerry Anderson.
Yes, we know Duncan. Hello,
listens
Duncan.
to the podcast and is
in fact,
watching
Duncan's
us tonight.
watching Happy 50th, Jamie. He says, Duncan, well, I don't know what's coming, but having seen that, I might not be so kind about what I'm about to see.
Now, Duncan came to see Awful Auntie, which I was in over Christmas. It was very
Yes.
nice to meet him afterwards, and he gave me a little something to pass on to you.
I think I do know what this is
Yeah.
because he tweeted it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did tweet it. That's right. And he made a little colour version.
Oh.
So first of all, here's the lovely picture he did of me and Officer Orin there. That's great, isn't it? What a lovely
Which
sketch.
one's which?
Hey, haven't heard that one before. And look, he asked me to pass this on to you as well.
Oh,
which is
that's so sweet.
a lovely picture of his nibs over there. Look.
And it looks just like me.
It does. It really does. So thank you very much for that, Duncan. I thought I'd pass that on in person.
Thanks, Duncan.
That's something for you to frame and hang
With
on
me
in your
little A thing.
That's right.
And me wispy beard.
The wispy beard, yeah.
Thanks, Duncan. That's very sweet of you, despite the fact that you just said I was 50 years old.
That's harsh,
I
isn't
think that maybe cancels things out.
Are we saying there's something wrong with being 50?
No, not at all, but not when you're 33.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway,
right.
Richard.
So, we have a title sequence of Blankety-blank, don't we?
We do.
Yeah, come on then, let's
So,
see it.
here's this month's...
No, put a bit more enthusiasm in your voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for this month's Blankety-blank.
Appearing tonight on Virgil Tracy, Destiny Angel, Officer Orange, Atlanta Shore, Captain Scarlet, and Dr. Venus. And here are your hosts, Richard James and Jamie Anderson.
Here are your hosts, the two people you've seen already for an
last
hour
and
and a quarter.
Right.
So, to explain the game, Richard.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to show you a quote from a Gerry Anderson programme with a word or phrase or a couple of words missing. And it's up to you to fill in the blanks and let me know what show it's from for bonus points, and even more bonus points if you can tell me which character said it. I think that's all quite clear, isn't it?
Clear as mud. Let's do it.
Great.
It's going to be interesting getting the lighting right now.
Lots of people, by the way, loved your artwork there, Duncan. People commenting about how much they love those pictures.
Stuff.
That's great. So here's the first one for this week's Blankety-blank. Can you see that? Yeah, look at that. Look, I'm a blank. I didn't say it was going to be easy, did I? Look, I'm a blank.
It's a shame Virgil can't hold them up, really.
Oh, wouldn't that be lovely?
He probably can. Hang on.
Make yourself useful, Virgil.
Yeah, come on, Virg. You do that?
Yes.
To lean it back a bit.
Yeah. Don't know if you can read it now. Doesn't matter, does it? They know what it is.
Yeah. Look, I'm a blank.
Yes, there we are. So, give me what program is the quote from, and who said it for extra bonus points?
Robot.
Look, I'm a robot. Mm-hmm.
Puppet.
Look, I'm a puppet. That could be from any
Don't
series.
forget, it's not Virgil saying it. You've exposed Virgil's slightly bizarre skull there.
Oh, sorry.
That's why he always wore a hat. Look, I'm a puppet. I think it's from UFO.
Well, it's not, says Ross Patterson. No, it's not.
It's not Ross.
In fact, this is an unscripted, ad-libbed line. I know that for sure.
Teapot? Doctor? Fish? Fish?
Well, I mean, it's even weirder than that, because the answer is...
Coconut.
All you Space Precinct fans, pimple! Look, I'm a pimple. Now, that's from the very end of the episode Smelter Skelter, and Lieutenant Brogan says it. I think they're eating ice cream at the end, and Ted squirted some out of his mouth and said, look, I'm a pimple. Not very flattering. So award yourself bonus points if you've got any of that. Two more of these.
James Fielding says, donut.
He's referring to...
I don't know if that was for the...
Oh, I see.
Blank,
That must be.
or he's
Look,
about
I'm a
you.
donut, yeah.
Anyway,
right.
there you
Here's
go.
the next one. Your job is to put blank on blank. Your job is to put blank on blank. Would you know this one?
No.
No.
Because I said butter on toast, I think, when I first saw
Yes,
it.
you did. And we laughed, didn't we?
We laughed so much.
So let me know, what do you think those missing words are? Which show is it from? And for double bonus points, who said it? That's a really tricky one. Who said it?
It is tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't know anyway.
No,
So.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout, Jack Williams. I think he's referring to the previous one there.
Yes.
Thunderbird from Crywolf. Carrot, says Chris Dale. So these are all from the previous one. So any ideas, click on new messages there, Jamie.
Gosh.
Look, Robert Hill, man on Meta from Breakaway. Butter on toast, says James Pilson-Wood. Cheese on toast, said Emma Thee.
I'd go for cheese on toast.
Oh,
Speaking of which.
Go for some cheese on toast. So, well, quite a few ideas there. Oh, don't keep clicking on new messages, Jamie.
Oh, right.
You get cheese. Simmons said it, said Robert Hill. Put man on the moon, said Daniel Ross Dudley. Butter on bread, says Richard Burnett. Lol, I'm a donut. Okay, says James Fielding. Marmalade on toast. Lieutenant Green, Captain Scarlet, in my dreams, says Don Chandler. Okay.
Man on Mars, says Emma Nichols.
Dreams he has. It was, in fact... Yes, Chris Dale, thank you. Man on Meta. Your job is to put man on Meta, and that's from Breakaway. First episode of Space 1999. Commissioner Simmons, you're right. Well done.
And you know, Richard,
Yeah.
this year is 20 years since the fictional
Yeah.
blasting out of Earth orbit of
Yes.
the moon.
Ah, yes, I suppose it would be.
September the 13th, 2019 is the 20th fictional anniversary.
Right.
I don't know what we do to celebrate
Gotta do something,
a fictional
haven't
anniversary, but probably something. yeah.
Crikey. Well.
No Duncan Wilson, it was not bum on seats.
No.
Thanks for the guess, though.
Yeah. And finally, now for some reason I wrote this one in lowercase. I don't know why.
Interesting.
And I can't. Can you read that?
I'd shake hands, but you know how it is. I can't bear to touch anything
Blank. Well done. I'd shake hands, but you know how it is. I can't bear to touch anything blank. Now, if I were to say that these three blankety-blanks have been in celebration of Gerry Anderson's live-action series, and we've had a bit of Space Precinct, and we've had a bit of Space 1999...
Well then,
Does that narrow it down?
there's only one series, although of course it could have been Doppelganger the movie.
It could be Doppelganger the movie.
Or Crossroads to Crime.
Yeah. I'd shake your hands, but you know how it is. I can't bear to touch anything...
Cheesy.
So what do you think? Yeah, a few people mentioning UFO. We blow up the moon on the anniversary. That's a great idea. Let's actually blow up the moon.
Perfect.
No one would ever
There's
know.
a great solution. In fact, by the way, viewers, while you're working on this, if you're interested in the science of Space 1999, then do listen into an old edition of the Gerry Anderson podcast with Phil Plait.
Yeah.
Who's a science communicator and writer and all sorts of stuff. And we had a great chat about Space 1999 and how, in fact, if you wanted to do a nuclear explosion big enough to shift the moon, it would be so big that it would vaporize it instantly. So the science of Space 1999 doesn't hold up so well.
Yeah.
Anyway,
okay, great.
There we go.
Very good. So
carry on with your blank.
can't bear to touch anything dead, says Steve Butchell. Green, says Duncan Wilson. Sticky.
Below the waist. Lots of people have knee phobias, don't they?
Yeah, they do, yeah. Doug Morris, it says it's from UFO. Yeah. Ben Page says Space Precinct. Rob Youngblood. No. Important, says Jenny Churt. No. Cheesy or cheeky. Cheesy, says Duncan Wilson.
Yeah, good guess.
No. So you are right. A few of you guessed it is, in fact, Colonel Freeman from UFO, from the episode Court Martial. And the answer... I mean, this is slightly more bizarre than some of the questions we've had. Answers we've had. Slippery. I can't bear to touch anything slippery. There we go.
Colonel Freeman UFO.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there we are. So that's our three blankety blanks for the week. Well done, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for humouring me. That's all they're doing, really.
Everyone's humouring you, Richard. So, just rinsing some cheese.
Right, you carry on.
Oh, it's nice.
Is it?
Lovely cheese, that.
Great.
Anyway, thanks for all of your attempts at that game and for humouring Richard. We've got one more game.
Yeah.
Before we do a kind of final roundup and leave you to it and go and eat a huge curry.
Yes, which is smelling gorgeous, isn't it?
Oh, it does smell great. Gosh.
Yeah.
What are you all eating tonight? Have you already eaten? In
Oh, I
fact?
should imagine so. They would have done by now.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
What have we got? Lamb Rogan Josh and chicken tikka masala with homemade sag paneer.
Yes.
There we go.
Joanna Hollis says, "Where's the dog gone?"
Would you want Ernie, the little one? Joanna, let us know, and I'll get one of them for you. The cat came in a little while ago. How's the health kit going? Well, it was fine until Richard came. Thanks,
Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Cheese and you're having curry later, says Lauren. You're asking for trouble.
No, we're not. We're asking for a delicious evening of deliciousness.
Look, I think that's Mark Simpson Wedge, isn't it? Simpsons Clips 24.
It's not, no.
Is it not?
That's a new person.
Right, someone else saying, and now, fab or fib?
Yeah.
Jenny Shirt saying, Jamie, are you going to doodle?
I need some paper.
Is he ever? I've got some paper.
Have you?
Yeah.
Is that enough pieces of paper?
Yes. I've only got 3.
Oh, of course.
5.
5. How
Sorry.
many pieces of paper have you got?
4.
And have you got any pens? Oh, I'll tell you what.
You could use the Sharpie.
No, I'll tell you what I found, actually.
Fab or fib is coming up shortly. A box of
with
colours.
live drawing. I've got coloured Sharpies.
Well done, Jamie.
So,
it's very good.
You know, it won't improve the quality of the drawings, but it may make them more
1,
colourful.
2, 3.
Have you not done enough fabs or fibs?
I've done 5.
Okay, that's fine.
Right.
So,
well, let's have the little thing and then I'll talk about it.
Okay. Well, look, they just what people have eaten. Beans on toast. That's not very good. Spanky's Magic Piano. Great name. Richard Burnett had a chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. Nick Y, beef pie, chips and peas. Goodness me.
Danny Moy, I made us curry.
Great. Oh, we're great minds.
Yeah.
Simpson Clips has eaten his food. Harry and had a cheese toasty.
The cheese toasty sounds good, yeah.
Oh, Robert Casti. Shouldn't it be lamb brogan, Josh? If you've got a Gerry Anderson curry-related pun, do send it in as a comment or to fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk. And now,
very good.
It's time for everybody's favourite game that comes at the end of Fab Live. There's only one, so you haven't got a choice. And we've got a brand new title sequence thanks to Mark Simpson Wedge.
Yes.
Or Dalek Sram on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's play Fab or Fib.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for
Fab or Fib.
Oh, it's fine. There. Almost ruined it there.
Yeah,
okay.
you can relax.
Right. Hang on. I'm getting my Sharpies ready.
Yeah, very good. Ashley Bell says, yes, my favourite game. Lauren says, pens. Pierre Fontaine, I'm still at work. It's only 3:22 in the afternoon here in New York.
Well,
Dinner's around
thanks for
6:30, but probably some homemade chicken soup.
Nice. Oh, I'm gonna make some chicken soup tomorrow. Anyway,
Right, great. Thanks for letting us know. So anyway, let me explain the idea behind Fab or Fib for those of you that don't know. I have to let people know. We might have some new viewers.
Yeah.
So I'm going to present to you 5 facts from the Gerry Anderson universe, not all of which are true. One of them is true, and the other 4 are downright lies. So one is Fab, and the other 4 are fibs. Hence, Fab or Fib. You see? It's quite easy. So it's up to you. You're still with us. So it's up to you.
I'm just checking the connection, which has dropped to 0 currently, so they won't be able to hear you currently.
Right,
we're back up again, so do carry on.
So if you can still hear me, it's up to you to sift through these facts and let us know which you think is the fab and which you think are fibs. Now remember, if you spend your fab, in other words, if you think that one is true, you cannot then say that any of the ensuing facts are true as well. They can't be fab as well. You only have one fab. I think that's all clear, isn't it?
Yeah, once you've spent your fab, that's it. So
and as, by the way, I read these facts out, Jamie, of course, is going to do his very best to give us a nice little doodle of the subject in question.
These are incredibly difficult to do because he doesn't choose drawing-friendly ones, and I'm not very good at drawing. So.
Yeah, well, Duncan Wilson said he's ready to join in the doodles, of course.
Well, Duncan, you've proved your artistic talent. I'm not there yet, so...
Great. Right, let's be off then. Right, so the first fact is this. Do you remember the brilliant Fast Show? You may remember actor and comedian John Thompson portraying the presenter for the Jazz Club sketches. I think it was called Louis Balfour. Did you know he based his look on Ed Straker from UFO? Do you remember the Fast Show? You may remember the actor and comedian John Thompson portraying the presenter for the Jazz Club sketches, Louis Balfour. Did you know he based his look on Ed Straker in UFO? Did he? Is that true or false? Is it fab or is it a fib? So let us know what you think. Fab or fib? Did John Thompson base his look for the Jazz Club presenter on Ed Straker from UFO? Steve Bushell says, don't fab too early. Yeah, exactly.
Never fab too early.
No, but if you think it's true, then it's got to be fab. And if you say it's fab, then you can't say any others are fab. Nice, says Steve Bushell. Fib, says Peter Durnan. Fib, says Martin Ackroyd. Fab, says Jenny Shirt. Nice, again, says Martin Smith. Nice, says Don Chandler. Nice. Yes, they're all saying nice.
There's a lot of happy memories of
That's
all this,
right.
aren't there?
We know it's nice, but is it a fab or is it a fib? Ross Ironfield says it's fab. Harry Rayner says it's a fib. Keith Roberts says it's a fib. Steve Bushell, fib. Mark Simpson Wedge, fib. Lauren says fib. Jack Williams says fib. Gosh. A lot of men Richard's age have problems with using their fab too early, says Robert Casti. I can't think what he means.
I don't know either. It's a bit offensive.
I can see it, says Robert Monk, but fib. Fib, says Stuart. Nice fib, says Martin Smith. Fib, says Dennis Neal. Let's have a look at your doodle. That's not bad at all, Jamie.
Nice. See what I did there? I mean, it's tough. It's tough doing these things. But
That's
there you go. There's my first try.
I think Jen Whitby there is suggesting we do this live at some point and have the members of the audience at conventions draw. We often talk about doing the Fab Live, don't we?
We'd love to do a Fab Live
at some point.
live,
Richard. Right, second fact then. Is this fab or fib? Talking of Ed Straker, UFO's Ed Bishop started life in the US, where before becoming an actor, he opened a bedroom furniture store called Ed's Beds. Is that true or false? Is that fab or is it a fib? So talking of Ed Straker, UFO's Ed Bishop started life in the US, where before becoming an actor, he opened a bedroom furniture store called Ed's Beds. Is that true or false? Is it fab or is it a fib? Remember, there's only one true fact amongst these 5, so you can only use your fab once. Did that just go in the fire, says Robert Monk, as you screwed up your picture and threw it away?
No, it's on top of the fire. It's fine.
Have either of you ever met John Thompson from the Fast Show, says Ross? No, I haven't. Have you?
No, I haven't either.
No, absolutely not. So, fab or fib, did Ed Bishop start life in the US by setting up a bedroom furniture store called Ed's Beds? Is that fab or fib?
This is a no.
It's a no.
This isn't going very
Not
well.
looking good. I can't click on new messages, Jamie.
Don't
so I can't
click
see
on it. You
people's
have to roll.
things.
You have to scroll.
Oh, I see.
What have you done?
I've broken it.
Richard's broken the messaging thing. It's not going to work now. What have you done to it?
Can't you reload it or something?
Yeah, I'll have to reload it. Sorry, folks, we can't. Oh. You've killed it.
Oh dear. Can't see your messages.
We'll have to reload.
It's a Richard fail.
Right, okay, there you go. We're back on.
Great. Gary Hodgson says
we've lost him again.
Oh, no, it's gone completely.
I'll operate the mouse from now on, thank you very much, Richard. You've ruined everything.
We are still on air, at least, aren't we?
We're still on air, but we just can't see anybody's messages now.
I'm so sorry.
That's quite all right. Let's see if we can... Yeah. Anyway, so we don't know if you're thinking these things are fab or fib now, but in the meantime, let me show you my terrible
Come on, then. There it is.
thing. That's Ed Bishop,
yes.
obviously going...
You could tell it's Ed Bishop because of the blonde hair.
Yeah, well, he didn't actually have... I mean, it's the blonde wig reference, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
great.
there you go.
Very
good. That's that. I'm going to desperately try and get your chat
something's
back.
happening.
Here we go.
We've got the
Here we
Wheel of
go.
Death here. Hooray, the chat is waiting for new messages, it says. Well, come on then, let's see them.
And here we go. Big fibbity fib of extreme fibbiness, says Jenny Shirt.
Number 2 fib, says Keith Roberts. Oh, what a shame. Okay, well, you might be right, you might be wrong.
Don't touch my mouse again.
Oh, won't go near it. Talking of bishops...
Didn't have to link them in this way.
The voice of Captain Scarlet, Francis Matthews, won the World Chess Championship in 1957, the final of which was held in the Imperial Hotel in Dublin. Did you know he played chess?
No, I didn't know he played
Massive chess fiend. Yeah, big fan of chess. Talking of bishops, the voice of Captain Scarlet, Francis Matthews, was World Chess Champion in 1957 when the final was held in the Imperial Hotel in Dublin. Where's Brains when you need him, says MacMan UK1. Yes, fair enough. I think designing a computer mouse in the shape of the SPV or Thunderbird 2 would be a great idea, says Pierre Fontaine. Would be, wouldn't it? I like that very much. You're fired, says Joanna Hollis. Yes, sorry. So, is that fact, fab, or fib? Is it true or false? Fib, says Stuart. Okay. So, did the voice of Captain Scarlet, Francis Matthews, win the World Chess Championships in 1957 when the final was held in the Imperial Hotel in Dublin? Fib, says Keith Roberts. Fib, says Stuart. I'm going to just move... I'm going to do the wheel thing, though. I'm going to press the button.
Oh, in fact, it has... Oh, there we go.
Thanks. Fib says Ashley Bell. Fib says Jack Williams. Fab says Richard Burnett. Okay, so many fibs, says Ben Page. Well, yeah, only one of them is true, and we've only had 2 so far. How are you doing though, Jamie?
Not very well.
Oh, no, that's good. Quick splash of colour.
Well, you just say that, you know, it's Scarlet, right? Because otherwise you wouldn't have the fog ears.
It's very good.
There we go. That is my rendition of Captain Scarlet saying checkmate, S-I-G.
That's very good, and quite a good impression as well. Right.
Patronising,
S-I-G.
S-I-G.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Right, good.
A third fib. A fact.
Ooh, is that a Freudian slip?
Talking of hotels, Sylvia Anderson based the designs for the Space 1999 uniforms on those worn by the reception staff at the Angel Hotel in Boreham Wood, which was used to house guest actors on the series.
You don't half make these difficult, Richard, you know?
Well, is that true or false? Is that fab or fib? Did Sylvia Anderson base the designs for the Space 1999 uniforms on those worn by the reception staff at the Angel Hotel in Boreham Wood, which was used to house guest actors in the series? Could you just wheel down, please, so I could see some... Fib, I hope, says Jenny Shirt. Could be Fib, could be Fab. It's fourth fact, says Scott. Not quite sure what you mean there. Stuart says Fib. Chris Dale, snazzy. I remember my brother in the 90s having the Scarlet stencil set, says Jan Whitby. Is that right? Jen Whitby, I beg your pardon. That's really good, says Jenny Shirt. They quite like your Captain Scarlet. It was very good. So, Fab or Fib? Did Sylvia Anderson base the designs of Space 1999 uniforms on those worn by the reception staff at the Angel Hotel in Boreham Wood? Well, this is a treat.
It's not. You making them? Why can't you make them more drawable? It makes it really hard.
Well, where would be the fun in that?
They all got to have speech bubbles, you see.
Right, what's this one going to be saying, I wonder?
Come on, fill in while I'm doing it.
Well, I need to see some more messages and I'm not allowed to touch the mouse. Not a clue, says Harry Rayner. Fib. Oh, and that was fact 4, not 3, as Francis Matthews as fact 3, says Scott. Well, that makes it all much clearer. Scott Bushell, sounds fab, but fib. Robert Cassidy, fab. Nick McCarty says fib, but cool if fab. Ashley Bell says fab. Mark Simpson went fab. Well, there's your lovely picture. What's she saying?
Checking in, madam.
Is that your Barbara Bain impression?
I don't know who that was. It was just look, that's my receptionist with the coloured sleeve.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's the best I could do.
That's great. Okay. And finally.
Thank goodness for this.
So we just talked about Angel Hotel. Talking of angels, did you know that the scene in Joe 90 where he appears as an angel to thwart the bad guys was based on a recurring dream that Gerry had in the 1960s? A dream that then came true sometime later when his son Jamie appeared as the angel Gabriel in his school's nativity play. Is that fab or fib? Is that true or false? Talking of angels, did you know that the scene in Joe 90 where he appears as an angel to thwart the bad guys was based on a recurring dream that Gerry had in the 1960s, a dream that was later to return become true later when his son Jamie appeared as the angel Gabriel in his school's nativity play? Fab or fib? Now, if you haven't used your fab yet, then I'm afraid you've got to say that this final fact is a fab. Fab or fib? How are you doing, Jamie? Could you let me see some more messages, please?
No.
Oh.
There you go.
Fib, says Robert Monk. Fab, says Ben Patterson. Fab, says Lauren. Fab, says Gary Hodgkinson. Has to be fab, says Peter Durnan. Really? Okay. Terry S. says fib. Hello, Terry. Keith Roberts thinks it's a fib. Scott says fab. Who's that up there? Edmund. Oh, that's CPS Edmonds, isn't it? Fib. And Ross Einfield says fab.
Edmonds.
Yeah, Coops Edmonds, yeah. Great, very good. Well, let's have a look. How are you doing?
Well, I just went for a very quick...
Weeping angel?
No, it's Joe. It's not a weeping angel. That's Joe as an angel, isn't it? You see, he's got his glasses on, he's got the hair, he's got the wings. He's sort of going, woo.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Right. Come on, Richard, put me... Well, I'm out of my misery now, so I don't have to draw anymore.
Okay, are you going to flash them up while I just read them through one more time, so as it were? So, which of these is fab or fib? Here we go. Once more, all the way through, and then we'll reveal the answer. So, did you remember the Fast Show? You may remember actor and comedian John Thompson portraying the presenter. Did you know he based his look on Ed Straker from UFO? Fab or fib? Talking of Ed Straker, UFO's Ed Bishop started life by opening a bedroom furnishing store called Ed's Beds. Talking of bishops, the voice of Captain Scarlet, Francis Matthews, won the world chess champion in 1957 at the Imperial Hotel in Dublin. Talking of hotels, Sylvia Anderson based Stephen Anderson, I almost said, based the ideas for the design of Space 1999 uniforms on the reception staff at the Angel Hotel in Boreham Wood. Talking of angels, did you know that the scene in Joe 90 where he appeared as an angel was based on a dream that Gerry had, which was later to return when Jamie actually appeared as an angel Gabriel in his school nativity?
Well, I would know that, wouldn't I?
Yeah, right. Let's screw them up one at a time, shall we?
I'm not.
Oh, you're gonna auction them off, are you?
People occasionally ask me for them, so yeah. Come on, Richard, put us out of our misery.
Okay, well, it wasn't that one.
So, if you said the hotel reception thing design was fab,
you're wrong. You said you weren't going to screw it up.
Well, that was rubbish. That one.
Oh, okay. It wasn't that one.
So, if you thought that Straker actor Ed Bishop had a beds warehouse called Ed's Beds. I mean, come on.
Should be spelt with Z's though, or Z's, I think.
Oh, it should have been really.
Yeah,
never mind.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, wasn't that one. It wasn't that one.
So Francis Matthews was not a chess champion.
No, in 1957.
He may have been a player of note and we just didn't know. But
yeah.
There we go.
No. How are we doing at home?
Yes, how are you doing? And did you misspend your fab? I think lots of you did.
Jenny Shirt says, no, don't throw them away. Don't screw up Captain Scarlet, says Danny Moy.
I kept Scarlet intact.
Yeah, Bill Barkley's getting into the spirit of things. So when's the Firestorm series out? We'll come to that. We've mentioned it already.
We'll come back, yeah. So it's down to these two. It's either the Fast Show Jazz Club.
Yeah.
Nice.
Being based on Ed Straker.
Or it's that I played the Angel Gabriel in the School Nativity after Joe 90, which is all based on the dream Dad had, which really freaked him out.
Yeah. Well, you could probably put us out of our misery. Did you ever play the Angel Gabriel in the School Nativity?
I only played a shepherd or a donkey.
So it must be comedian and actor John Thompson based his character from the Fast Show on the look of Ed Straker. And that is absolutely true. That is fab. And here is a picture of him. And James Fielding very kindly sent this in with a link to YouTube, which we can't show. But if you were to go to YouTube after we've, or Google after this broadcast, and to type in its Comedy Connections Fast Show, and just scroll through that. I think it's about 17, 18 minutes in. You'll see John Thompson talking about
I think
the
it's
inspiration.
actually at 12 minutes and 7 seconds, Richard. But anyway, he says, he based it on Ed Straker, and he had an ill-fitting wig. So there we go. So lots of you said fib.
Yes.
So, James, thank you very much for sending that in.
That's a great
because
one.
you fooled a lot of people and probably ruined their evenings as a result. So please send any complaints to James Fielding. Well, it's made us seem a bit friendlier, isn't it?
That's right. That's great. Yeah.
Thanks, James, and thanks, Richard. That was a great selection, if not drawable.
Yes, and I think it was Bill Barkley, wasn't it, who wanted to know about Firestorm? Well, you're right. If you haven't been with us all evening, Firestorm's coming later in the year. Full-on production of 26 episodes, I think.
26 eps, 26 half hours. But, Bill, we're going into production later this year. Production takes a long time.
Yes.
So it's not going to be out for a little while. However, we will be running a fairly open production. So from the minute we can start talking about it and showing you stuff, there will be things on the Firestorm HQ YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So after this, wherever you are, whatever platform you're watching us on, then go to youtube.com/FirestormHQ and subscribe.
And Jamie, you were saying that we might even be broadcasting Fab Live from the studio floor in the fullness of time?
The hope is that we will be broadcasting from the studio in due course, and you'll get to speak to and see members of the crew and the cast and all sorts of stuff. So it's going to be great.
Yeah, brilliant. Very good.
So that about brings us to a close.
Yes, it's true, it does. Let's just have a little mop around. Gemini Force 1 in the background says Danny Moy.
Yeah, there's a costume there, and we've got the books too.
Yeah, that's right.
If you haven't tried the Gemini Force 1 books, why not? Go to it's their dad's final books, which are completed by M.G. Harris. Kind of contemporised Thunderbirds reimagining. If you don't already know about it, go to the Gerry Anderson store, shop.gerryanderson.co.uk, and you can pick them up for, well, next to nothing.
Yeah, great. Brilliant.
There you go.
Very good. Should Doppelganger Journey to the Far Side of the Sun get a modern update or reboot, says Bill
Well,
Barkley.
I got two science people the other day telling me that no way, because it was so ridiculous. There's not a chance in hell there's another Earth on the other side of the sun that's a mirror of our own.
Yes.
So, you know, in today's modern, scientifically enlightened world,
people wouldn't swallow it, would they?
No, exactly. It'd be a bit tougher to.
Bye everyone. Thanks for a great show, says Roxy. Well, thank you, Roxy. Thanks for joining us over on Twitch there.
Yes.
Cheers, guys, says Gary. Thanks for a brilliant podcast, says Jenny. Well, thank you very much. When's the next Fab Live, says Emma Nichols. It is
4th of March.
Yeah, that's right. Great show. First one. Love the game, says Ben Patterson. Thank you for joining us, Ben. Always nice to have new viewers, isn't it? Jamie, will you save me a doodle if you're at Big Finish Day? Will you? Yeah, says Jenny.
I'll either save you one or I'll do your very own doodle, Jenny.
God,
so you can guarantee that it'll be awful, but it'll be just for you.
Fantastic. Nick Tate's interview on podcast, says Danny Moy.
Oh yeah, I'd love to have Nick, but he's a very busy man still.
Yeah.
And he's either in Australia or LA, depending on the time of year. So Stuart says much love, which is very nice.
That's nice.
Keena Pritchard, enjoyable show, both. Thanks. Thank you for joining us, Keena.
Yeah.
Martin Ackroyd says Fab show.
Joanna Hollis, so happy you're back. Made my bad day so much better. Well, that's nice to hear, isn't it?
Sorry I had a bad day, Joanna, but yes.
Another day tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, do you know what, Richard?
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little bit charitable.
Right.
Joe Hollis, if you're still watching,
will
you send us an email to fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk and we'll send you a little something to brighten your week.
Jamie, that's lovely.
How's
there
that?
you go.
There you go.
Well done.
So there you go, Joe. I hope that makes it even better. And sorry about a bad one.
Yeah. See you next month, says Martin Smith.
Yep. Master Battalion, we can't read your thing. You did miss it, but you can re-watch it. That's the thing now. It'll be back up everywhere.
Yeah.
Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and we're going to also chop it up for people that don't want to watch everything. They want to watch just the news,
games,
or just one of Richard's games. We all chop it up. So yes, time for the Brogan Josh. You're quite right, Robert Hill. Thank you very much, Peter. Excellent as ever. Thanks, gents.
Yeah.
Terry Saris, bye from Greece.
Bye bye, Terry.
Gang, thank you.
Yeah.
We've loved having you.
Yeah.
It's been loads more than usual, which has been even more exciting. And I'm sorry it's dropped out occasionally. The quality's been a bit patchy, but
that's Welsh broadband for you.
Yeah, it is Welsh broadband for you. But we've loved doing it to multiple channels and hearing from you all. So thanks for joining us. If you're not listening to the Gerry Anderson podcast, please start.
Yes.
We've just done a 2-part interview with Liz Morgan, and we've got either Pat Sharp or Marcus Hearn, Dad's biographer, coming up next week. Amazingly great potential variety there.
Yeah.
There's 34 pods for you to go back and listen to.
Yes, there are.
And otherwise, are we done?
I think we are. So we'll see you on the next Fab Live, which is March the 4th, Monday night, 7 p.m. And we'll be live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and wherever we can be once again. And we look forward to seeing you then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Richard, I'm not quite sure how we stop this thing.
Well, I'm going to go get my curry. That's how I'm going to stop it.
Right. Okay, well, thanks, everyone.
Bye.
And bye.
Bye.
We'll see you soon.
I'm just going to dive in some cheese.
I think it's probably stopping in a minute.
Well, you've eaten all the camembert.
I haven't started the camembert. Right. Well, we're still streaming because everything's crashed.
Eh?
So.
I've got nothing